done it at once, maybe it would have been a bit better, but now there's just too many goddamn emotes. All right, we're back. We're back for Contradiction. We're back for Contradiction, Session 2. We're on 9 o'clock p.m. And last I remember, we were in a bit of an awkward spot where we had spoken to a character who lives in a creepy house down at the end of the road and had a bit of a freak out when she was talking to us, gave us some info, and then kind of disappeared. Like, she just left to go somewhere, and we don't know where, and we don't get to talk to her anymore. The last hint, or the last clue that I found physically, is the Atlas Life Skills Training application. And I'm caught up somewhere looking for a contradiction that I'm not sure where it is. Oh yeah, Lisa was her name. We got the vandalized car photos, which Lisa apparently did to Ryan. This was his old car. Ryan got paid insurance money for it. There's Lisa's accusation saying that they're devil worshippers. And then he gave us the Atlas Training Life Skills Test, which is apparently supposed to weed out people who are unstable to join this training corporation business aptitude place. I don't know what they're calling themselves, like, legitimately. Right, so there must be a contradiction somewhere. I'm not sure who to interview at this point, and we got kind of stuck because there's just so many pieces of information now that we've got to keep stored in the old noggin as we interview everybody. So the most obvious thing was to interview Ryan Moore, but I didn't really see the right angle there yet. I'm gonna go to Paul, because I feel like Paul could be a lead that I didn't... A few
more questions, if you don't mind.
I didn't use enough info with yet. So what did Paul say about the Atlas training test? He said, test designed to reveal psychological issues. Lisa couldn't handle the course techniques. Raise the course entrance age to 21. Yeah, so I was questioning about if there was, like, an issue with drinking in 21. No truth in Lisa's accusations, no interest in the occult. Lisa couldn't handle the course techniques. Maybe, does Paul maybe talk about that there's nothing iffy about the course techniques at some point? Oh yeah, we found out that he tried to date Emma because he was being creepy, and then he gave her that necklace. We found out that Paul was stealing things from students because he thought it was I don't know, like a self-empowerment move to show them that they had to do things like that. I don't really know what he was trying to accomplish with that. Claims all students enjoyed the stunt. Maybe that and Lisa couldn't handle course techniques? That does seem like it's a contradiction, doesn't it? You're talking to Ryan, did you ever get him with Kate seemed fine, happy, whatever, versus Kate was obviously severe alcoholic? I tried so many angles on that, and he wasn't taking it. Because he did present, like, maybe 2 or 3 different versions of that same argument, or that same contradiction. Wasn't there a dark area you never looked at? Yeah, I did that immediately when I got the torch, actually. It's the shed behind the pub. I went in there and checked by the ladder. What did I find? That was the envelope with the car photos, I believe. And then we brought them over to everybody. So yeah, again, if you're just getting here and you don't know the premise of this, we've been doing interviews with all these suspects to try and uncover this mysterious suicide in town. Quote-unquote suicide. We're not sure. We don't think it is a suicide is the point. And then we come to find out there's been a second similar situation that happened in a prior year. So we're interviewing all these people, coming up with pieces of information, clues and things. And then what we need to do is get their info, write down notes about what their info is for each piece of evidence, and then try and find a place where each person contradicts themselves in what they said. So all I can do to advance the plot right now is pick a thing someone said and then pick another thing they said that is contradictory to the first thing. We can't cross-examine, like we can't bring in another person's information and use that against someone else. It has to be all internally consistent for the one person, or in this case, finding internal inconsistencies, rather. So we're at a bit of an impasse at the moment because I couldn't really come up with another thing that seemed contradictory. Like, I always thought this seemed contradictory by itself. Hasn't seen the mask before, said the mask is from Monarch Costumes. Or maybe we actually called him on that some other way. Because some of these, like, don't manifest in a way that's super obvious. Auto-hypnosis not used on the course anymore. Impossible to be hurt or damaged by hypnosis. Oh, I got one!
So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense.
I love Jenks.
She was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Oh,
Really?
the subtitles are gone.
And, did you respond?
I don't get into
I'll fix it after this.
With students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
Bullshit. Oh, we got him
Just
out
an
of order.
admission that Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
We already know the story about Kate and him flirting, so we just gotta push him on it. I just need to get to the options menu, which I don't know that I can do from here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright, well, Paul's on the hook right now, so... Give me an options menu, please. Please. Subtitles off. Why would they be off? They should always be on. Alright, back in.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I might have actually done a sequence break. Right, where was that new bit of information then? That was, hypnosis. Avoids relationships with students. Right, and, what do we have to say about that? Once tried to date Emma.
Aha.
Easiest shit in my life.
So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
Wow. That's what I needed.
10 o'clock, it's getting late.
Ah, I figured it all out by
I'll have to pick up
myself.
the pace if I'm going to solve this by midnight.
Yeah, Paul's a creeper. We don't like him very much. Actually, almost don't like hardly anybody, except for maybe... Yeah, no. Who do I like? I don't... Rebecca? Kind of? She said she's pure, which is weird. Alright, so new hour, new day, kind of... It's just new hour, not new day. Let's go to the beginning and see if Lisa's home. No, she's gone. Alright, do we have anything new? Should we... No, let's call the chief. Chief loves an update every hour. Oh yeah, we love Jenks, of course. The game sound needs to be louder now? Oh, I turned it down a bit because it was too loud before, but I guess it'll come back up. Is this better? Well, you have nothing to hear, so... The game sound was good. Okay, I turned it ever so slightly up from what it was originally and down from where it just was a second ago. Okay, let's look around. Best bet is to just walk around. Sometimes you find a random person just doing weird shit. So we're just gonna pop through, see if anybody shows up. Nothing. It's getting super dark. Could be some weird dogging going on in the woods. We don't really have any new evidence, so... Just popping on by. Yeah, I forget in England the sun will still be just slightly up at 10. In the US, it is always totally dark by 10. Even in the middle of summer, I think 9 is about as late as you're gonna get. Like, any light. Let's see what's up in Atlas. If there is stuff in the kitchen or stuff in the reading room. This tends to be the most weird goings-on happening in this place. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary right now. By the way, to the person who said that the acting is atrocious or something to that effect, it's like, the acting has so much charm, you just gotta get used to it. I quite like it, even though it does seem very over the top. That's what hooked me on the game, actually. The gameplay itself is fine. But I really like watching these actors. Oh, is Ryan not in anymore? That's interesting. All British detectives over the top. Fair enough. Alright, well... Not sure where to start then. So if we don't have anything particularly new... I guess we'll go back to the farm. Rather, to this one. Or I could just press Paul more. I don't really know what the point of the changing time was then. Just gonna check all the greenhouses and see if there's anything going on here. Nope. Has anyone ever been in the restaurant area of the pub? Not yet. I'm sure it'll happen eventually, but it has not happened yet. I would actually love to go to this place and just walk this actual town. It's a very cute little town, actually. It's too bad there's all these mysterious goings-on, but the place seems lovely. Should I talk to... with Jason? James? Rather, James. Click to try using this. Yeah, I meant James.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
I don't know that there's anything new here, but... Yeah, no, I've asked him about everything already. And everything else, he's pretty much just said...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Nope. What does the chief say? The inspector. Wonder who's in the pub. Oh, maybe it's time. Maybe we're gonna visit the pub and see someone in the restaurant now. Yeah, Angelic's got the info. they did write somewhere. I think I was looking up the actors on IMDb, and I found information about the town, so I know it's available.
I really don't think it's my
Yeah,
place,
Dopey
though.
Dragon, I definitely want to try that. Oh, that's where he went.
To tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when you don't do as I say.
Oh.
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
You should play it quiet, right?
Oh, Rebecca.
Problems?
Hello,
Rebecca.
Inspector. See you later.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, they're obviously dating. I knew that already. I just didn't know she likes to slap him. Okay, there's still nobody there. Alright, so... Bell me.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
So I can still only talk to Rebecca even though Ryan's also here? Never came across anyone involved with the occult. No occult techniques at Atlas. Atlas had some trouble with unsuitable students. Anything about unsuitable students? Still never been to the, oh. Nah. Never been to that costume shop. It seems important. I'm not sure there's anything here that's actually very useful at this very moment. I mean, maybe
Be back later on if
I'm
that's
missing
okay.
something here. I figured he'd be to the left side. Just hang out back here again. She did say this is his room. Or maybe just the back of the pub. No. Well then. Alright, are you back at Atlas then? Oh, there was a...
Ask you a couple more things, please.
I didn't notice that there was a magnifying glass on the left side. Okay, if that's the
Okay,
case, then
that's
this is
it
a
for now.
waste. I shouldn't be
Thank
here
you.
at all. Ah.
Well, isn't that
Oromorph
interesting?
liquid. Mysterious prescription made out to Rebecca. Alright, I'm gonna have to ask the whole town about that. No doctor-patient confidentiality when Inspector Jenks is around. Am I just gonna confront her directly on... I just found your medicine. Please tell me about that.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Thank you, Badger Dash, for the subscription. Can we get some balloons, please?
The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is that?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh. They're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Okay. Rebecca has too many painkillers, but she said she doesn't like to do drugs because she likes to be pure. So, Rebecca is lying to us right now. That would be in the Salvia area, I believe. Doesn't take drugs or medicines. No. Prescription painkillers.
Aha.
So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me, they're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
It said Oromorph, so it's a morphine derivative.
Probably
That's
back later.
heavy shit. It must be pretty severe arthritis for you to need such a serious painkiller, is what I would think. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that it's they say chemist in the UK. It's just, actually, I'm used to that now.
Ask about a few more things, please.
It's funny how quickly you'll get used to a few of those if you just hear them fairly frequently.
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that.
Oh, I have.
I'm not exactly sure what's in there.
No, you
she
should
tends
be.
to keep her wares under lock and key.
She didn't.
You know, our wedding night was quite a surprise.
Why is that? Wedding night was quite a surprise. What are you talking about?
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
You're always drinking and taking painkillers. It's not
Very
good.
unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What do you take for it?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
His difficulty holding small things. Alright, what small things has he held recently that we can say he couldn't have held? Why would you be lying about your painkillers? Because these painkillers probably have something to do with your students. Because that, and the trance thing, maybe. I don't know. Oh, guitar. There we go. Guitar and small things. Let's talk about that. Take arthritis in his hands. And guitar collection. There we go. Green. Come on! No. I guess dabble isn't serious enough then. Thank you very much, Grave Indignation, for the 9 months baby time. Let's get some baby rage up in chat, please. I will name the baby Rebecca after our most pure, innocent of accused criminals. Guitar ain't small. Painkillers at home and work. Yeah, they were just at work. Wait, he doesn't keep any drugs at work. That's right. Well, let's see this too. No, it didn't take that one. It says no drugs whatsoever at Atlas. Where would this be? No student ever brought drugs. Doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on Atlas premises. Oh, it doesn't keep any medicines on site. Even better.
Aha.
Got it.
So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas,
No.
except your prescription painkillers,
Well, these are not available to the students.
but they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
What are the painkillers, Ryan?
Painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine,
Please.
morphine.
Say painkillers
All right,
again.
they're morphine tablets.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
I mean, you knew it was morphine already. You saw the word written on the... Yeah, you know. It's not very secure at the pub either, is it? It's just sitting out in the open, where anyone could have taken... I mean, I just walked up to it. It was just open. So he's taking morphine and he's always drinking. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Is there a part where we talk about his drinking? I don't think so. Despite him always holding a glass. Any good pub serves morphine. Well, we have a couple more things to talk about to other people, so we could bring the whole prescriptions and arthritis issue
Probably
maybe
be back later.
to Emma. I don't know if Emma would know about them, but let's have a quick look in here also again. I don't know what triggers these things to happen, but no. Am I a hydrophobe? Why do you ask that? We don't have much evidence that he actually drinks a lot. Well, he's just been holding the same drink for the entire night. Which is not really normal. Yeah, the protagonist is an actual inspector. He's got a chief that he reports to. Uh-oh! Shady deals! Oh my, there's not a chance you didn't hear that. You're a messy boy, Simon.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
Okay. Tell the entire town about Ryan's arthritis. Absolutely. So now that he's dropped this, it's mine. And I could bring it in and show it to him and say it's mine, and he's nothing he could do about it. It's the key ring, and what was the other thing? A drop business card. Oh. Dean Hayfield, Aztec, Broadway Industrial Estate. I don't know what that is.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Have you seen this before?
Nope. Sorry, never heard of him.
What about this thing?
What do you know about this?
He makes the best faces when he holds things up.
This is Simon's. I